So a while back, I changed out the beach bars on my 2008 Honda Shadow Aero 750 to something a little more sporty, I guess you could say. They're about 4.5-inch rise. The thing is, though, with the stock Honda risers, in my normal riding position, I don't really have a whole lot of bend in my arm here. It's pretty much straight. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if they were just a little bit higher. So what we're going to do today is we're going to swap out these factory Honda risers for an aftermarket set. And the set I ended up going with was a set from TJ Brutal Customs. These are their finned risers. I have not even taken these out of the box yet because I wanted to show you guys exactly what they look like, how they come packaged. And before we go any further, I am not sponsored by TJ Brutal Customs. However, I am in their affiliate program. So if you guys like these risers and want to check them out for yourself, there'll be an affiliate link in the description, or you can go to shoptjbc.com and use code LUCKYACESRIDING at checkout to save 15%. Now let's crack these bad boys open. So bam, let's do this first. These right here are going to be our nuts and bolts. Nice 10.9 grade hardware, excellent. And this is mainly what we're after here, wrapped up like some delicious egg rolls. Egg rolls. Slide that out of the nice little foam sleeve. And I didn't want to go too tall, so I actually went with the 4-inch finned risers. And first impressions, these feel pretty good. They got a really good look to them. Nice little flared base. I believe that is for your riser bushings. Nice finned up top, which I think does a really good job of matching my turn signals, especially if I turn them sideways like that. So I think that's going to give this thing a real cool look. And being 4-inch, they're only going to bring us up about an inch, inch and a half, because I got my factory Honda riser sitting on top of these solid riser bushings, and I'll explain that here in a second. But I think these are going to be exactly what I'm looking for. So the first thing we're going to want to do, since we're going to be taking these stock bars out of the factory risers and laying them on the tank, we want to cover this whole area so nothing gets damaged. You can use a towel, a blanket. I have an old riding jacket laying around because I lost some weight, so she don't fit no more, which is awesome. Plus it's got a back protector in here. That's definitely going to keep this tank safe and sound. So the next step for me is probably one you guys don't have to do, because I got this aftermarket tachometer on my handlebars. So we need to go ahead and get that guy loose. Get him out of the way. And if you guys want to know how I wired that, I'll put a link to that video in the description. Take that off just like so. Let's lay him down just like that. Next, we're going to loosen the bolts on these, I don't know, riser caps, top straps, whatever you want to call these things. If you haven't taken yours off before, you might have a smooth cover here. If you can get your fingernail under there, a little razor knife, little precision screwdriver, those just pop right off. I took mine off a long time ago and never bothered to put them back on because really, who cares? So 6mm Allen. We're going to pop these guys loose. We're not going to take them out all the way yet. We just want to make it easier on ourselves to remove the bolts for the risers itself. So as long as you still have your stock risers, this will be the same. We're going to take a 14mm wrench. And we're going to loosen these guys. Which that's the reason we didn't fully take these top straps off, because we want the handlebar here to kind of hold these in a position so they don't just sit there and spin around on us. I apologize if there's a bit of bird chirping in the video, but that's a good sign. That means spring is pretty much here, and we're going to be able to ride a heck of a lot more than what we have been. So we pull these off. There is a nut and a washer under here. Keep those together. Don't lose those guys. I don't plan on putting these factory risers back on here, but I like to keep the hardware with the risers on the off chance I do. Now that these are free underneath, we're going to go ahead and take the top straps off. I like wearing a hoodie when I work on things, not necessarily when it's hot, but I like it because I got this little kangaroo pouch that I can just put all my stuff in. So I don't lose anything, because my brain, what it does is I'll have something in my hand, like this, say, Allen wrench. I'll set it down here, and then 30 seconds later, hey, brain, where did we put that Allen wrench? And then my brain says, what Allen wrench? So we're going to put them all in my little kangaroo pouch so I don't lose anything. Then these just pop off. If it's your first time removing these, they might have a little bit of tension on them. Just pop them bad boys off of there. Then we're going to take our bars, set them down like so. Riser 1, riser 2. So now let's compare the new TJ Brutal Customs riser to the old Honda Shadow factory riser. Obviously, first glance, the most obvious thing is that these are taller. The second is these come with bolts, go up underneath, versus the stud and bolt design, or I'm sorry, stud and nut design of the factory Honda risers. Now if you notice, I got this extra little bushing right here. This little bushing right here. Let's put this one, set the TJ riser to the side for a minute. This is a solid riser bushing. Now in the factory triple tree, this actually replaces the rubber riser on your stock triple. It's gonna give you a more solid feel. The bars aren't gonna wiggle around as much. You might get a tiny bit more vibration, but honestly, when I put these in, it felt like I had a lot more control of the bike. I had them on my other risers, the stock risers with these aftermarket triples, which are 100% flat up top. I was using this as a spacer, essentially. But one thing I really like about the TJ Brutal Customs risers, if you're still using your factory triple and don't yet have solid riser bushings, see that little lip right there? That fits perfectly in that bushing slot. So if you don't have solid riser bushings, you're essentially getting free solid riser bushings with these freaking risers. That is awesome. And on my aftermarket triples, they're just gonna sit flat on top. Once they're torqued down, shouldn't be a problem. So now let's go ahead and get the new risers installed. This is gonna be the same regardless of what top triple you have. We're gonna take our bolt included with the kit, a washer included with the kit, like so. We're gonna run that up through the bolt hole, like so. I'm gonna hold that with one hand, grab some blue thread locker. I'm gonna drip it all over the place. This is a brand new bottle. I'm gonna put a couple little dab right there. A little dab will do ya. Come back with the riser. We're just gonna hand tight, hand spin it like so. I'm just gonna hand snug them. I'm gonna try to get it to where the logo is facing out on each side, because I think that's a nice little touch. Set that just like so. I'm gonna take my finger and wipe this thread locker off my chrome. This whole thing needs a good polish. We'll just wipe that right there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. We're gonna take our second bolt and washer, do the same thing, up from underneath, a little bit of thread locker. Try not to get it everywhere this time. Riser number 2. They make these in a 2-inch and a 6-inch as well, if that's what you're looking for. You're gonna need to hold that bolt with a 19mm wrench and or socket. I like to use a socket. Just gonna snug these down real quick. So we're not gonna tighten those down fully until the bars are installed, because that's gonna keep everything nice and square and level. And then once we get our handlebar position fine-tuned, we'll go ahead and torque everything down. So these top strap bolts are also 6mm. We're gonna roll them out like so. And I'm already liking the fins on these risers. I think it's just that extra little something that's really gonna set this thing off. They make these in brass as well, but I thought that might be a little too much. Because you guys know me, other than the the loud exhaust, big front wheel, extended forks, bobbed rear end, Springer seat. Other than those things, I'm more of a subtle kind of guy. Well, sometimes anyway. So now that we got our risers, take our bars, set them kind of like so. And usually what I do, this set has some knurling on here. That's what these little cut ridge hash marks are. So I try to use those to kind of eyeball the center of the bike, or at least the bars, to make sure everything's center. Oh man, sometimes doing this with 2 hands by myself, I got a freaking Volt in my mouth right now, is a little tricky. If I had a third hand, could make some friends, but that sounds annoying. I'm just kidding. You know I like you guys. I've met a few people locally, and actually you guys are all pretty cool, so you know, I'm just trying to be funny for the camera. Trying to distract you guys from the fact I don't know what I'm doing. Because right now we're taking these little top straps, we're loosely putting these bolts in like so, just enough to where they are snug. Same on this side. All right, now we can get our bar angle corrected. So now we're gonna roll these up to where the knurling is about even on both sides. You might have to wiggle them back and forth a little bit. I'm just using my guesstimate finger method, because they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be pretty close to center. Close enough is close enough. Now I'm gonna put my foot on the right peg. I'm on the kickstand bike, don't fall over. I will frickin' lose my mind. On my pegs, leaning sideways like an idiot. Trying to get these where I want them. I think right there is gonna be pretty good. So you kind of want to raise and lower these things so you're resting in like your natural position. If you can stand the bike up, that'd be the easiest way to do it, but I'm by myself and everything here's still loose, so I'm a little nervous about that. Hold those in place like so. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That looks pretty close to center. We're gonna take our 6mm Allen and we're gonna tighten these top strap bolts down. The best thing to do is do like a crisscross, kind of like so. Don't monster torque one, then monster torque another, monster torque one, monster. No, you want even pressure. And I'm sure there's some torque spec to put these to, but you know, it's whatever. So we're gonna start in the bottom right. Once you get one pretty snugged, it should hold the bar. Gonna get that one down. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna do this one. I like to use a regular short Allen like this, You could use a socket or an impact, whatever works for you. I just like hand tools a lot of the times because I like to feel the torque so I can get an idea of how tight I'm making these things. And then once everybody's snug, what I like to do is I like to come back and I give them just an extra little quarter turn-ish right in there. Kind of like so. Kind of like so. And then you slap it and say, that's not going anywhere. And now that we're in the home stretch, we're going to take our 14mm socket, tighten these riser bolts down. The reason we did these last is so they don't sit here and spin, so we needed the bars in place to hold everything center. If you're by yourself, I like to straddle the tire, giggity, so I can hold the whole front forks and keep them from spinning sideways on me. I torque these bad boys down with all my strength. Now the only thing I have left to do is to remount my tachometer, and he's going to sit actually, he's going to sit right about there, and I think that it should give us enough cable. So that's how they turned out. Man, I do really like the fins in those things. It adds that nice little custom look to it. The extra little 4-inch rise is definitely gonna help. Oh yeah, I can already tell that normal riding position, I got a little more bend in my elbow. I thought about going with the 6-inch risers, but I figured those would be too much. These 4-inch ones are absolutely perfect. So if you want to check a set of these risers out for yourself, there's going to be an affiliate link in the description, or you can go to shoptjbc.com, use code LuckyAcesRiding to save 15%. And honestly, if you get this far and you've thought about swapping out your handlebars, you may as well go ahead and do that. And I know what you're thinking. I've never done that before. Lucky Aces, what do I do? Don't worry, I got you. You can click this video right here. And as always, y'all be good. Man, that looks nice. See ya.